I've been on PrEP for many years. When I first came out, I actually had like a friend tell me about it. But I've been on generic PrEP ever since, and I think it's been a really good regimen for me just to be able to prevent HIV transmissions. But I also feel like it's also been an avenue for me to be sex positive and own my body as well. In terms of providers, I feel like, especially in Denver, the Denver metro area, a lot of providers do know about it, but when you get outside of the Denver area, not a lot do. And so like a lot of our rural areas, they're like, what's PrEP? Like, what is, Truvada? And like when you go to the pharmacist, and you show it, they're like, oh, are you living with HIV? And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm seeking Truvada for PrEP. So I think there's still a lot of like HIV stigma that exists, and we have to combat that and do a lot more prevention, but also the need to educate providers on like what's available out there, because a lot don't know. I think for me, as a woman of trans experience, we are not often seen, I think, in PrEP, and I think the movement is now towards it, but when it first started out, it was really geared towards just white gay men. And I feel like that was a huge miss for us, as trans women, to be able to feel like we're seen and heard. And overall, just in terms of women in general too, like cisgender women, we need more cisgender women to know about PrEP and that it's available and it's an option, because if we want to really end the epidemic, then we have to center everyone. I think the huge miss we have right now is like with mothers, transmitting HIV to like their children because they are not aware that they do have HIV, or even just the lack of education of like PrEP, or even, post-exposure prophylaxis, PEP also. So there's all of these interventions available that we need to articulate through a national campaign. And I think if we have priority populations like trans women, if we have cis women, we have MSM at the table that are marketing this out into the community, it can be really effective, especially with our folks of color too, because there's a lot of misinformation in our communities and a lot of a lack of medical trust. And so if we want to combat that, we want to make sure that our voices are heard and seen. We are women, and there's still a lot of stigma of us being deemed as MSM, and it's unfortunate. I think we're going to continue to miss the mark until we're seen as women.